to our 16th annual Sleep-a-thon in the park. And while every year this is our biggest fundraiser, this year is especially important to raise as much money as possible due to the governor's proposed budget cuts of 18 to 20% to support of housing programs. I'm going to read it so I don't mess up. While these cuts will affect all New York State housing programs, these cuts will be especially detrimental to the operations of our housing program. HAC has been able to operate its housing program since 2000 due to the support we receive through these New York State monies. The money we receive through this grant provides staffing, which is critical to the operations of our program due to the active addiction, mental illness, behavioral issues, and medical issues of the folks that live within our housing program. All of our folks have been living outside for so long that they have a great deal of medical issues that a lot of other facilities won't be able to address. In addition, this grant partly pays for the case manager as well as the staff, and these funds, as it is, pay a meager wage to our staff who work around the clock, as we must be staffed 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We have a bare-bones staffing ratio of 30 to 1, and I have staff here and a lot of folks that have worked at the SRO. And while it would be fitting to ask for additional funds to enhance these services, we're really at the risk of losing everything right now. Without support service funding, or even if it were to decrease by 18 to 20% as proposed in Governor Patterson's budget, HAC would be forced to close its doors, and all 30 of its tenants would then have to return to sleeping outside on the street. And that's the reality for us. Bear in mind, our tenants are not able to receive other housing services, including local shelters, due to their active addictions, severe mental health issues, behavioral issues, and medical needs. Our tenants would end up in hospital emergency rooms or incarcerated. They would have daily and or weekly interactions with paramedics and police. Oh, that's all right. They can stay wherever they are. Permanent supportive housing has proven to be cost-effective and that it places heavy users of expensive emergency services into stable housing with a modest amount of services. And there are over 40 studies that have been conducted that prove this. I'm almost done, guys. Any closures of existing SRO programs due to this cut will lead to increased use of emergency services because all of our guys who had a place to stay will be outside. As the program manager for the house, I truly am concerned about the effects these cuts will have on our program, specifically our tenants. It's been really hard coming to work each day and consistently being faced with the question of, am I going to have to live outside again? And we have one 67-year-old man who is medically frail, and he's come up to me after hearing the budget cuts, and he asks me, am I going to have to live outside again? And I don't know what to say. All I can say is, I don't know, and we're going to do the best that we can. And as my promise to him, I have to ask all of you to please go inside. We have some pre-written letters, and just sign them with your name and address, urging your assemblymen and senators to please not cut the budget to support service housing. Thank you.
Thank you, Julie. And again, I just wanted to thank everyone for coming out and showing your support, raising funds for HAC. I don't know if you knew, but every hour on the hour will be drawing prizes, and we already had our first winner about a half hour ago, so shortly we'll be drawing another one. So every hour on the hour we'll be announcing new winners, so stick around.